Okay, let's do this. We're going to solve equations, and they're going to have rational coefficients, which means the number in front of the variable will be a fraction or a decimal. To understand how to do this, we have to understand how to make a 1. And one way to do that is with the inverse property of multiplication, also known as the multiplicative inverse. So for example, if we take 2/3 times 3/2, we get 1. And the way that works, it is going to be 2 times 3 will equal 6. And 3 times 2 will equal 6. And 6 divided by 6 gives us a 1. Another way to make a 1 is to cross cancel by 3 dividing into 3 to make a 1, 2 dividing into 2 to make a 1, and 1 times 1 is 1. So our overall plan is to isolate the variable and split it off so that you'll have the variable by itself. Let's go over some examples of splitting the coefficient from the variable. The first example is 2/3 x equals 8. We will multiply both sides by the multiplicative inverse, which is 3/2 to make a 1 on the left side. On the right side, we're going to multiply 8 times 3 to get 24. And we're going to divide that by 2 to get 12. Meanwhile, on the left side, we have 1 times x, which equals x, because of the identity property of multiplication. So the overall answer is x equals 12. Let's look at the examples. 1/5 x equals 12. We will multiply both sides by 5 over 1 so we can split the 1/5 away from the x. I can cancel this. So that gives me x equals 12 times 5, which is 60. On this example, we have 1⁴ x equals 5. Before we begin, we're going to have to convert this into an improper fraction. To do this, we multiply the denominator 4 times the 1, and we add the 1 on top, ending up with 5. So our new fraction will have a 5 over 4, x equals 5. Now you try it from here. So I hope you can see where you cross cancel with 4/5, and you multiply 4/5 times 5 to get 20 over 5, and the answer is 4. We will also know how to make a 1 with a decimal. To make a 1 with a decimal, we divide a number by itself. So our example is 3.1p equals 21.7. And we divide both sides by 3.1 to make a 1 on the left side. And we divide 3.1 into 21.7 to get an answer of 7. Meanwhile, on the left side, we have 1 times x equals x because of the identity property of multiplication. So the answer is p equals 7. Let's try 4.9 equals 0.7t. Our goal is to isolate t by splitting off the 0.7. We do that by dividing by 0.07 on both sides. This will create a 1, and t will equal 7. Next problem, I would like you to try by yourself. We begin by dividing 5.3 on both sides, so we make a 1 here in order to split off the 5.3 from the y. Here is the division. After moving the decimal, 53 divides into 26.5 evenly 5 times. So our answer will be y equals 5, and I'm out of here.